Hi there, and welcome to this demo of Leadferno. I'm Aaron Weike, co-founder and CEO. I'm excited to share with you what Leadferno can do for your business. For me, this idea started a long time ago, but finally came to fruition when I was looking to buy a new boat. I filled out the contact form on the boat dealership's website asking for the specific price of a boat that was listed for sale. It took back and forth emails and over 4 days before I finally got a price quote on that boat. And I realized this could have taken only 10 to 15 minutes over text messaging. It was time to set out to do something different to make working with a business easier. My co-founder Joel Headley and I are extremely passionate about solving this problem. We have a combined experience in software and digital marketing companies and have worked for Google and GatherUp. So we know the space well and we understand small business needs. Our ultimate vision is to be able to create delightful connections at speed between your business and your customers. And in the end, we want you to be able to use messaging to help close more leads faster. Now, the benefits that Leadferno can deliver can be many, but we find these ones usually ring true with all of our customers. Number one is conversion. We want to turn more of your website traffic into leads by providing better and stronger call to actions and options and channels to communicate faster. We bring two-way messaging to the table. When you create an account with Leadferno, you're ready to send and receive texts with your customers right from day one. We also integrate with Facebook Messenger and Google's business messages, so you have one powerful messaging inbox to work from. We know that time is one of your biggest commodities, so we add business-grade features so it makes it easier to communicate with your customers using messaging. Auto-replies, saved templates, schedule messages, transfers, notes, reminders, and the list goes on and on. We make it easy to send messages in just a couple of taps, saving you and your team precious time. And lastly, security. In this day and age of bring your own device to work, you want to ensure that your customer data, conversations, contacts, and leads are all centralized in one app that you have control over, not floating around on your employees' phones. So you need to understand that using Leadferno really helps secure and control that data. And you can even sync it and integrate it with your CRM using Zapier or our API. All of this leads up to what we feel is the new golden rule in business, and that is to be easy to work with. One of the main ways we accomplish this is by allowing you to offer text messaging. We did a survey of over 2,000 consumers and found out overwhelmingly that text is the preferred channel people want to communicate in. It beat out phone calls and nearly doubled email, which for most businesses is the staple they're using to communicate with their prospects and customers. Why SMS? Well, first of all, it's the number one app that people use on their smartphones. We're texting friends, family, coworkers, and interest groups all day long. 74% of consumers in a survey stated they want to be able to text a business, and 89% want to be able to use messaging through channels like Messenger, SMS, Google Business Messages to be able to engage with a business. A new way of communication is here. And lastly, just as I alluded to with my own story of trying to get a price on a boat, it's just faster. And in fact, it shows that it's 60 times faster, where the average reply time to a text message is 90 seconds, but an email is 90 minutes. How we accomplish a lot of this is our main feature called the Leadbox widget. You're able to place these call to action buttons right on your website, letting customers know that they can ask questions and they can do it over text messaging. As I'll show you in the demo, there's a number of settings here to make your business look approachable, trusted, and easy to work with. And we are the most customizable and flexible widget that's on the market. Not only can you start text conversations, but you can link to other conversions like click to call, booking or scheduling appointment, buying a gift card, requesting a call, and so on. It's really limitless to what you can do with our Leadbox. Now, a lot of people, when they start thinking of real-time communication, they're either using or have explored or thought about live chat. And we really feel for the vast majority of small businesses that web to text and text messaging is far superior than live chat. Here's just a few of the reasons. Number one, as we outlined, texting is the most familiar and trusted channel there is. Every time somebody opens a live chat, they kind of have to learn where things are located and how that live chat specifically is going to work. The next one is a big one to me. Texting is portable. You can start a conversation by asking a business a question, and then you can go do whatever you need to do. Go to a meeting, go to lunch, pick up your kids at school, go to the grocery store, and you know you're going to get a notification when they reply back. When you start a live chat, you're stuck in that live chat window. You have to stay there if you want to get help via live chat. Your other option is to leave your email, and then they're going to email you, and you're not going to see it. It's buried in your email, and you're in that slow process of communicating back and forth. We also see that text is far easier on the business and the amount of time you have to reply to make them happy. Our survey showed that text messaging, consumers expect a same-day reply, was the number one choice at over 51%. Now, when we looked at the number one choice for what's acceptable in a live chat reply, over 50% said within minutes. This makes it really stressful on your team to get a quick reply out to keep people happy via live chat. And with text messaging, it's never offline. You can always take inbound messages. We'll show you how to use auto-replies to respond after hours to people to set a reply expectation. And you can always reach back out to them by sending them a text. Where with live chat, we've all probably clicked on one where it tells us that it's currently offline. And what we found is when a consumer clicks on a live chat button that then tells you it's offline, over 57% leave the website. That's a very leaky conversion channel. In the end, we summarize this best. Texting is a connection, where live chat is just a session. And your business, trust me, you want connections with your prospects and customers. And lastly, before we jump into a demo, Leadferno is able to be used anywhere. We have both a browser app, which we're going to demo here shortly, that you can log into from any computer or laptop, and a mobile app as well that can be installed on your iPhone or Android. So let's get started looking at the desktop app and the features you can use with Leadferno. Welcome to the Leadferno desktop app. I'm currently in the inbox page. This is where you read and reply to all of your messages. Leadferno is a shared inbox. This means that it has different folders that you can work from based on your user type and where that message is at. Right now I'm in all, so I can see every message that's opened or been closed. And since I'm an admin, I can see all of the messages that are in our account. When you create users, they can be an admin, which can see everything and change settings, or just be a team member that can read and reply to conversations that are unassigned or assigned to them. If I click on unassigned, this is where any new leads would be. They would be in orange, and we'll give a demonstration of that. And me, our conversation specifically assigned to me. But first for this demo, I want to start off with our lead box. These are the call to action buttons that get placed on your website, encouraging users to reach out to you with questions and comments using text messaging. Over on the right side here, we get a preview of what your lead box is going to look on your website. And let's walk through just some of the options that you have to configure it for your website. First, we can start off by clicking the pencil here, and we can now edit the intro text that sits at top of the open lead box. If I click the icon here, I can change what we want here from our logo to maybe a team member photo or a staff photo or photo of a boat. I can change the color of the lead box at any time to something that we want to test out or we find more appropriate for our brand. The lead box, once opened, has two different options. Text only means once they click one of the buttons and it opens, we're prompting them to go straight to a text conversation by entering their name, number, and message. Additionally, as I had mentioned before, one of the unique features about Leadferno is allowing you to place other call to actions in the lead box as well. So when you select channels, I can now create additional call to action channels. We automatically place the text us button, but now we can link to any other conversion point that we want to on our site or from an external URL. So your book now could be linked to Calendly or SavvyCal or a scheduling tool that's on your website. Your click to call is just putting in your phone number and then selecting a call icon. If you're using a call tracking service like CallRail or Call Tracking Metrics, you can embed that code there as well. This could be to sign up for your newsletter, directions to your office. Again, the options are limitless based on what you want to link to. Our lower buttons here are the ones that are always appearing on the website. And the lead box buttons have a number of options to them as well. The first one is you can choose if you have text in the primary button, which is our lower button here that currently says message. We can change that to be icon only. And now we see that that updates and the word message is gone and it's just the solo icon that appears on there. We'll change that back to with text. When I mouse over it and hit the pencil, I can now edit that button. The primary button has 4 different options: contact, message, text us, and text me. We'll change this to text us. And then the tab that sits over the top of it is called the highlight. Highlight allows you to use social proof, maybe an offer, but whatever can help make those buttons, again, compelling for the user to click. Right now it's showing our average reply time is under 15 minutes. I could change this to be a reputation highlight and then enter in that our review rating is 4.8 out of 75 reviews. When I hit update and save on that, we can now see that appear in the highlight tab. And then the secondary button that slides in 3 seconds after the main button appears on page load, mouse over that, and when I go to edit that, I have 20 characters here to configure whatever I want for a call to action. So if I want to change this to questions on a boat, and change the icon that displays, I can do that, hit save, and then it updates it, and now we see that call to action updated. So very easy to create the lead box how you want, having the buttons read how you want on the website, and the calls to action you want once opened. Embedding it is as simple as grabbing this code and placing it on your website, or if you have a WordPress site, we do have a WordPress plugin. So just to look at a few different examples, here's a boat dealership, which we'll be doing the demo with today. Questions just ask, average reply time and message. Here's an accounting firm, have tax questions, reply in under 30 minutes, text us. Here's a home painter letting you know you can get a quote, text or call them, displaying their over 400 reviews at a 4.8 star rating and to text them. Here's a realtor. We're just a text away, their reviews and text us. A plumber, text with us and their star rating and text us. And then a moving company, moving questions. Their advertising is just a simple free quote and text us. When I click on these buttons, they're using the text only mode. So it's going direct to a text conversation. The user fills out their name, number, and message. Everything after this will go through their texting app. If I jump back to the boat dealership website, this has channels enabled. So when I come in here, I now have the options to click the call if I'm on my phone or using FaceTime from my Mac computer, book now to be able to schedule a service. But for the demo, I'm going to start a text conversation. So I'll fill out my name and number. If I'm on a mobile device, these are just one tap to fill in name and number. Fred lets him know that he's interested in a boat. Now, once the message sends, we're immediately going to prompt them to add us to their contacts. Leadferno creates a V card that your users can then add to contacts, especially this is great on their phone. Now you're a known contact. So as they're texting with you or calling with you, they know who you are. And if you just consider a regular real-world referral, now if someone asks them who they used for a service or who they purchased something from, you're able to tell them, here's who I use, let me send you their contact, and you can text them the contact file to their phone. So now I'm going to jump back into Leadferno and go into my inbox. As we talked about, all brand new leads will be in unassigned. This means that you haven't claimed it as a user or you haven't assigned it to anyone else on your team. We see Fred's message is in orange with the flame. This means it's a lead that hasn't been responded to. When we click on it to open up the conversation and see further, we see where Fred has come in from, what page on the website he's in. Here's his message, and our system has already replied to him with an auto-reply. Leadferno offers 2 auto-replies based on your business hours. So this is very handy to be able to greet people during your business hours with a reply that might let them know you respond within the hour or shortly or usually within under 20 minutes. But the beauty of it is for your after hours. So once you set your open or your availability hours, if someone texted you at midnight, it's going to text them back letting them know that you're closed at the moment, but you'll start replying to messages and it will automatically grab your opening time. So if someone texted you at midnight on a Sunday, it would let them know that you'll be opening again at 8 a.m. Monday, and that's when you'll reply. We see this lead to a lot of closed opportunities and leads for our customers after hours and on weekends by giving them a very exact expectation on when you'll start reaching out again. If I go back to the conversation, I'll click to assign it to myself. It's now moved out of unassigned and into me because it's assigned to me. As you'll see, we timestamp everything that goes on here with the conversation. So we can see that I assigned it to myself and the time that I did it at. I can obviously do simple things like type hello to Fred, give him a wave emoji to brighten up his day, and send that text message off. The next kind of robust power feature is called shortcuts. This allows you to build a library of saved messages that you can call up at any time. It saves you valuable minutes in texting out full messages that you might repeatedly send. So by clicking this lightning bolt icon, it accesses my library of text messages that I already have created and saved. We have both personal shortcuts that are specific to you, the user, and then team shortcuts that anyone within the account can use. So in this case, I'm a salesperson and I have a couple of pre-sales questions I want to ask. So it's as simple as just calling up that pre-sales questions about what options are important to them. Once I build out dozens or maybe even hundreds of shortcuts, I can just do a quick keyword search to find my question or answer or link that mentions that information that I want to send. So really easy for me to call up this question here about a specific make or model that they're looking for. So with sending those, shortcuts can save you valuable time for what you're looking to do. Let's say we want to send Fred a couple pictures of a boat. Maybe he's let us know specifically what he has looked at and likes, and we let him know we have one of those on our lot. So just as simple as grabbing those photos off of the desktop or off of our phone and sending them to him. Regardless if we're sending them or say the user has sent us photos that we need to view, you're able to get them in thumbnails. You can click on them for the enlarged version, scroll through them, and even download them to your laptop or phone as well. You're able to leave notes. So say someone else is better equipped to help Fred. So I can say, Beth, I can post that note for her. And now I'll use our transfer feature to actually transfer the conversation to Beth. So when I click that and pull it up, I can now send it to any other user that's in our account. I click transfer, you see it disappears from my Me tab, and Beth now has a notification to help this customer. Since I'm an admin, when I go to the All folder, I can still see Fred's lead here and track what took place that Beth was able to help him out. In addition to the features I've just shown you, we can also set scheduled messages. So maybe instead of saying, hi, we've booked an appointment with Fred and I want to send him a reminder an hour ahead of time, but I can book that right now, even if his appointment isn't until later. So it might be 2 Saturdays from now. I can select that date and he's coming in at 2 p.m. So I want to send a text reminder at 1 p.m. on that day to text him and let him know he has an appointment in 1 hour with Wave Marina with me. So easy and simple enough to schedule those messages that the system will automatically send. You can come back and edit the message or edit the time or even remove the scheduled message as you want as well. In addition to that, we also have the ability to set reminders for messages you might need to check in on. You're able to close out leads and what their outcome was. Were they won, lost, was it other? I can leave a summary. So really easy to manage your threads and conversations in Leadferno. Everything that happens with your lead rolls up into a report. Our internal report is called the lead capture. We're going to tell you how many times the buttons were seen on your website, how many times they were clicked to open, how many times users took actions. Where did your leads come from? Are they coming from text, Facebook Messenger, or Google Messages? What are they clicking within your lead box? And then lastly, what pages are producing these actions and conversions for you? In addition to our internal report, we also have further reporting outside. If you go to our integrations page, as we already talked about, you can integrate with Facebook Messenger and Google's business messages. But we also have a Google Analytics integration, and it's now compatible with GA4. So enter in your account information, and now everything that takes place with your lead box will be an event that's tracked in Google Analytics. We also have Zapier that allows you to connect your CRM or other marketing tools to Leadferno to make managing your leads and text messages even easier and automated with some of your other software tools. All of your customers that come into Leadferno are stored in contacts, so you can search through them and send new messages to them at any time. So if there's something else I needed to discuss with Fred or another customer, I can instantly pull up, find that customer and grab their name, and then send them a new message. Once you have your account created, it's easy to add new team members just by going to Team and then adding them with their name, email, and then here's the two different roles I had talked about. Admins, which can see all messages and change settings, and team members who can read and reply to messages assigned to them or unassigned. So that's just some of the features that are offered here in Leadferno. We're really excited for you to sign up for our 14-day free trial and try it out so that you can close more leads faster with text messaging and business messaging. Thanks for joining me on this demo of Leadferno. If you have questions, you can always drop them in the chat box down in the lower right of the screen, and we'll be happy to get back with you for answers on those. If you'd like to book a one-to-one demo because you have more specific questions or want to see something a little bit more in detail, go ahead and click the link to the right to be able to do that. And if you are a digital marketing agency or an SEO or someone who wants to add conversion to your suite of tools that you're selling and working with your clients, we do have a partner plan that gives you access to your client accounts and more benefits from that. Visit our website and you can sign up for that. Thanks again so much for joining me, and we look forward to working with you at Leadferno.